So let's click sign up, remember, and boom, we have our current user signed in with our address correctly displayed, and that is pretty freaking awesome. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and that's it. Have a great day. Like this video if you can, and tell me if I can improve it all. See you guys later. It's Gucci, everybody. Welcome here to this channel, to Apple Juice Teaching. And in this video, we're going to be covering more of Devise. We're going to be covering how to add fields to your Devise model, so an address maybe to your username and password, and how to edit those fields and edit the views of those fields. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add a field to the user's controller, to the user model, sorry. And we can do this by doing rake Rails G Devise views. When we do this, we get all these views made from Devise, and these are the views used to register our account and create an account and log in and log out and sign up. Okay, so boom, that was all made for us. And now what we're going to do, we're going to come back to that in a second, but for now we're going to create a migration which is going to add a field to users, so to the user model. So we're going to add our address to users. So then I'm going to add an address, and we're going to make it a string. So by doing this, Rails is automatically going to recognize, by making a camel case, it knows that I'm adding a field address to users. And as long as I have that add and to in between, it knows I'm adding a field. So now when I go into Vim and I go into my migrate folder, I have add address to users, and it's adding a column address to users. That's an address and a string. Now I'm going to run rake db migrate to get that all set up and dandy, and that's pretty good right there. Okay, so as you can see right there, I have added a column, and just to make sure, I'm going to show you guys how to check this. We can go into our DB folder and our schema file, and we can look at our users, and the schema is our up-to-date models, and we can see now we have this new field right here called address, so which is a string. So that's nice. Now we're going to update our actual views so that you can edit your account. And what you can do that by going, I can do that by going to our index file, and we have to add another item if the user is signed in, which allows the user to sign in, to edit their account. And the way we can do this is we can make a link that says edit account, and in that account we can then let's look at our routes here in another tab. We can look at our routes of where we want to go if we want to edit our account. So we can see here that we have edit user password, but we also have edit user registration, and edit user registration is what we're going to want to use to actually edit our account. And so I'm going to call it edit user registration, and don't forget to add the path at the end. Okay, so now that I've done that, I am now going to go to another tab and run Rails S server. And we're going to make sure that we can at least update our account. And as you can see here, I'm on the Devise page. We're going to go here, and if I zoom in here, I can log in and sign up. I'm going to sign up again, and we're going to be 404. We won't be 404. We'll be mucho gusto at vt.edu. Password is password and password. So we're going to sign up, and we're going to remember this. And now we have a sign out button and an edit account button. Let's click it. Oh, and now we're taken to this edit user page where we can edit our email and our password. And that Devise has taken care of a lot of fields where you can cancel your account and you can change your password with a password confirmation. So that's all working well. And you can go through this and try seeing if it works yourself and change your password. But we added that address field. So we want to have that address field added. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to save you guys a lot of time, and I'm going to show you that by default, Devise has strong parameters. So what this means is it only allows specific parameters that Devise wants to be put into your database, the model. So it only lets, your encrypted password be put in and your email and its fields. So what we need to tell Devise is that for certain fields, we also want to enable them. So we want to enable the address field. And the easiest way to do this is through the application controller. And in the application controller, anytime that in Devise we sign up or sign in, we need to let them know that we allow these new fields. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to use a callback called before filter. And before filter is called anytime a user is looked at or updated or found in the database or put back into the database changed. And before filter, we are going to sanitize our Devise parameters. What I'm writing right now is going to be the name of the method that adds our parameters. So it can actually be named anything. But what cannot be named anything is this comma if statement. So I'm going to say, hey, we're going to run sanitize Devise parameters, or whatever you want to call it, if symbol Devise controller. So if the Devise controller is getting caught up in our methods, then we actually need to run sanitize Devise methods. And autocomplete wasn't working there, guys. And so right now, after sanitize Devise parameters, we have that now. And so now, after looking through the Devise documentation, we have the special helper method, which is Devise parameter sanitizer dot permit. And that is going, and now we have to say when we want it to permit, and we can have it permit in sign in, login, or account update. So for this purpose, we are going to have the user make an address when they sign in. So when they sign up, because that makes the most sense. So we're going to say user sign up, and then I'm going to give it the keys that it's going to allow, and it's going to allow the keys of address. Okay, so boom. We're going to allow our Devise parameters to allow the key of address during sign up only. Okay, so now if we go to our views, I'm going to go to registration new.edit, which has been made for you, and we're going to make a field for the address. So I'm going to make a field label, and we're just going to call it address. Boom. And then I'm going to make a field for a text field, and that is going to be called address, so the user can put in their address. Okay? And then now I've edited my Devise views, which I created with that Rails G Devise :views command. And now I have this freaking awesome address here, which I can add to my users. So now let's all try running this. And right here, I've got my server, and we're going to run our server again and cross our fingers and hope that this all works. So right now, I'm going to go to my home page. I'm not going to go to users edit because that makes no sense. Okay, so now I have sign out, and I'm going to sign out. And I have an undefined method, and that is because it says sanitize Devise parameters, so I simply spelled something wrong here, guys. Let's go back to our application controller. And he's right, I have sanitize spelled wrong. Is all of it otherwise looks pretty good. Let's see if this works. We don't actually want to go to let's go back to the root, and let's go to sign out. And now it's still giving us errors. So undefined method sanitize Devise parameters. Okay guys, I'm back. I made a crucial error in that I have to call it sanitize Devise params. You have to call it. I said you couldn't call it anything else earlier in the video, but if you've been watching the whole thing, you will learn you have to call it sanitize Devise params. And also, I had an error here where I didn't make this a symbol keys. I need to say keys, give it a colon to make it a symbol, and then I can have an array of all the symbols of the names I'm adding. So address, age, whatever I wanted to add. You could add as many fields as you wanted to. Okay? So now, let's try signing out. Okay. Boom. Let's go to sign up, and I have an email. Let's do tgif@google.com, and let's do hello as the password, and I'll do hello, but that's only 5 letters, so let's just do password. And let me make this my address, 23 Santa Claus Lane. And that's before we sign up. Let's actually make sure this works and go to our index field and then add, instead of current user email, let's do current user remember address. And boom, we have our current user signed in with our address correctly displayed, and that is pretty freaking awesome. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and that's it. Have a great day. Like this video if you can, and tell me if I can improve it all. See you guys later.